Hey guys, I have a hobby, and the hobby is gambling, and I do it maybe once or twice a year. And I've got a system down that I feel that works for me. And today I'm going to tell you what that system is and see if it works for you. So this is a 4-step process. Now, the first step is I cruise the casino, look around, see what denominations are where. You got your 1 cent, 5 cent, quarters, dollars. Sometimes the high rollers $10 to $25. And I usually don't do the high roller rooms because I'll just go through my money way too fast. I want to enjoy it a little bit. But I just visually look at the machines and just to see if I also listen on top of that. I've cruised a casino twice before just to listen to see, what part of the area is hitting the most, what part of the area is hitting the less. So make sure that's your first thing you do is cruise the casino. Step 2 is when I'm walking around, I look at the machines that are mainly visual. Like there's a machine that I play a lot, that I won a lot in Vegas, that is firecrackers when it gets to the top. So as far as the visuals go, these three, they're full is when you start playing. Now you can play them with the lower denominations and fill them up and then try the bigger denominations. But when you see these you're walking around and you see these, put money in it if these are full. I guarantee it's going to hit and you are going to win. I've tested it to where I put in like $1,000, even though it's all the way to the top. Doesn't mean it's going to hit it up when you're playing, $200 to spin. That's when you need to drop the denominations down. Then it'll probably hit. So keep an eye out for any kind of machine that has visual, just not just the firecrackers. There's those ones that I think are Chinese or Japanese with the little coins that when they're full, walk around. If you see those, try it. I've played the old time school, the machines that you just pull the handle down. And those, I don't have any luck with those because I don't see, there's not a visual screen on it to tell you if something may or may not hit. But the other ones, you definitely could tell. I like it when they're visually, as you're walking around, especially walking or sitting, that is a good chance it's going to hit. So step 3, me and the wife learned it. We were in Vegas for SHOT Show. I think it was like 6 years ago. And we were in a line for the buffet at the Bellagio, and we kept watching this machine next to the women's restroom. We watched these guys play it, and they would just play it for a little bit while they were waiting for their girlfriends to fix themselves up, and then just walk away when she comes out. So we watched it, and we come out and we're looking at it to see if it paid out or not, and it hasn't paid out on the machine. So the wife told me, she says, just put $20 in and hit max bet. So we hit max bet. I won like $4,000. So now I've gotten to the point where it sounds creepy, guys, I know, but you play the machines next to a women's restroom because it makes sense. You'll see guys, and if you watch them, people will put money in those things while they're waiting by the restroom. I've actually had luck next to where those hidden doors at where the waitresses come out to bring you drinks. I've had luck at those because people like to be next to that door to get drinks faster, I guess. I don't know. It seems weird, but it does work. Step 4, we're going to talk about budget. I know that's a weird coming out of my mouth, but I usually take, if I know I'm going to be in Vegas for a week for SHOT Show, I usually take about $10,000 with me, and that lasts me the whole week. Now, I'll budget myself per night how much to spend. It's usually about $2,000 to $3,000. Now, during that process while I'm doing it, if I win, if I'm doing the $200 to spend, I'm winning $15,000. I'll take that $15,000 and I'll put it in the safe of the room. I don't spend it because I like to have the money in the safe so when I'm leaving, I feel like I accomplished something. I guess. I don't know what it is. Just because I spent $200 to spend, you're going to get those big denomination wins, $15,000, $20,000. I've had $8,000, and then I've also had $2,000. It doesn't always work. The higher the denomination, and also on top of that, get the player's card, because every time I've had the player's card that you put in the machine, I've had better luck because I've tested it without the player's card and with the player's card, and it's always better luck with the player's card. That's just me. You guys don't have to spend the big amounts like I do. I mean, just the denomination. If if you're playing a dollar machine, yeah, you're gonna win, but you'll probably break even, or in special cases, you may hit it big. So the denominations make a big difference how much you're gonna win. An awful lot. I mean, you can see it on the top of the screens if you get the visual machines. It's like the mini version of a jackpot. If it's $10, you're betting lower. If it's $300, it means you're betting higher, obviously. So to me, the higher my wife has always told me, if you're gonna play a slot machine, bet max. Unless you just want to kill time. If you guys just want to hang out because you got a flight in a couple hours, play a penny machine and do $3 a bet. You can still hit big. I've seen people do it. But if you want to be there for 3 or 4 hours on one machine, you could do that. But if you don't want to be there for that long, hit the big denominations. You know you're gonna be gone long. You know, what the hell. Another thing is, at the airport in Vegas, you're not worried about playing slots. You're worried about getting your luggage when you land. I don't hardly ever anybody see walk by, throw money in, and keep going. Maybe it does happen. I don't never see it. But on the way back, I don't think the machines are as tight when you're waiting at the airport to leave because they want you to come back to Vegas. Like this last time, I won $8,000 on a machine. And granted, I was betting $30 to spin, but it was also a visual machine, like I said. I knew it was going to hit. I just didn't know when. So I just kept trying to see if I was going to get it before I left, and I ended up hitting. I understand gambling is an addiction, and I know there's a lot of resources out there to help people with that addiction. I'm able to manage it because I make myself only do it at certain times when I'm out of town, like Vegas, for example. I only gamble when I go to SHOT Show. That's the only time I go there. I mean, there's towns that I live near that have machines, but they're 3 hours away, and I got other shit to do. I don't want to go gamble. So that's part of the reason. And plus, my wife would kill me if I go all the time. But it's fun for me. It's kind of like an escape. So if you guys want to see more videos on gambling and how I do it, or see the wins happen, stuff like that, leave a comment below and we'll definitely do it. Take care.